Hello everyone. So we are back to the design series, and today we are going to see the flyweight design pattern. So flyweight design pattern is very important design pattern in itself. You can say it is a structural design pattern which helps you minimize the memory by sharing the common and reusable objects instead of creating new ones every time. So it basically enforces you to see how you are creating the classes and what all members you want to put into it. So it separates the intrinsic and extrinsic state. So what are these intrinsic and extrinsic states? So intrinsic state are those which are shared and invariant data, and extrinsic it is which is specific to some context. So by this definition, you would have understood that the shared data, we don't need to create it again and again. Instead of that, we can make it common and we can reuse them. So that is the main objective behind using the flyweight design pattern. So just for an example, let us say if you have a download manager and you want to create say download service for an audio file, and every day you are going to get some hundreds or thousands of requests. So at that point, you have certain format of data. Let us say you have 48 kilohertz of data and its format can be 16 KB, 8 KB or 32 KB. So is it necessary that for every format I just need to save it in each and every download request? If there are a lot of data, then I can save some memory at that point. What I'll be doing is instead of creating the format every time, I'll just create the three objects and I'll try to point them to the right format. So that instead of creating new objects every time, I'll just try to point to a single memory location because that object is not going to change. So that is something which is intrinsic state, which is not going to change. So we use it when we have some huge number of objects that we want to create. In those areas, we use it. It is the most common examples you would see all over internet is when you use some gaming classes and all. In those cases, they are heavily used because you need to save memory a lot. But in rest of the codes as well, you have to figure out how do you want to create the classes and what all members do you want to put into it so that you can save memory at every point of time. So let us jump into an example and let us see how we can uh, create an example for flyweight design pattern. So I'll just create a file, flyweight.cpp. So let us start with the code. Hash include iostream using namespace std. So I'm going to take an example where we have a certain character and we have certain styles associated to it. And we want to draw those characters at some point in the space, let us say, or a 2D plane. So how can we do that? So let us create a class which is character style. Inside that character style, in private section, I would keep say string font. There will be some font associated to it. There will be some int size and a string color. Right. Now in the public section, we will be having a constructor first of all. It will take all these as parameter. Font, int size, string color. And instead of putting it inside the constructor, let us use initializer list, say font, comma size, comma color. Right. After this, let us have a function which is going to take a coordinate and it is going to print that character on that coordinate. So void, let us say there's a function called apply, int x comma int y is the coordinate, and there will be a character C which will be passed, and we want to print it at XY coordinate. So I'll just see out at this point of time, say drawing character C at some location with some font. So let us say we will print with font, font, size, size. Let us give a space here also. After size, I want to print the color as well. Color, color, and at coordinate x is going to be x, and let us print a space in between. Y is going to be y. Right. So I'm going to print all the variables. So with this, the flyweight class is complete. Now after flyweight class, we need a factory class which can save the common intrinsic states. So I'll just create a style factory, let us say style factory. Inside this style factory, I'll create a map of string, and it will be saving the character styles, character styles. So let us keep it as a pointer so that dynamically I'll be creating it and I'll just use it. So here I can use hash include map for including the map library. Hash include map. Now after this, we need a function which can get the styles. So in the public section, I'll create a method which will return me character style pointer, get styles, and I'll pass all these parameters, say font, we have int size, and we have string color. And with this, since I'm using a map, I need a key. So to generate a key, as of now, I'll just say string key is equal to the font plus, say we'll use a hyphen, then to string we'll convert the size to string, again an underscore, then the color which is already in string format. So with this we'll create a key and we'll check if my styles dot find key is there or not. Say it is not there. Let us assume that it is going to be end. It means it is not present in the styles. Then in that case, I'll just create one and I'll save it in the map. So styles of key will be equal to new character styles, font, comma, size, comma, color. Now at this point, I have created one and I have saved it inside my map. Now I'll just log it out as well, that created new style, and say also print the key. After this, I'll return the style. So whatever style I am having with the key, I'll just return it. Whether it is there or not, it will return me the correct one. If it is not, if it is already present, then it will not go inside the if condition and it will straight away return whatever is there in the map. So now let us see how we are going to make use of it. So int main, I'll create a style factory. Let us name it factory. And let us have auto style one, which is factory dot get style. And I'll pass some style. Let us say we have Arial, comma, give the size as 12, and I want the color to be black. Now after this, I'll apply it. So style 1 dot, okay, it's a pointer. So we'll just apply at 0, comma 0, comma, and we'll pass some, say, hello, world's H. Now I have style 1, apply 1, comma 0, comma, say E. After this, I want to get another character or another style. I want to create one. I don't know if I have already created it or not, but I want to create one. So auto style 2 will be equal to factory dot get style. Again, I'll pass Arial, comma, let us keep the size as same and color also same. And we'll see if it creates a new one or no. And again, I'm going to just style 2, apply. This time I'm going to say 2, comma 0, and let us print the word L. After this, let us also create another style. Auto style 3 will be equal to factory dot get style. This time I'm going to use, say, times new Roman, and we'll keep the size as 14. Okay, 14 should be an integer. Then I'll just keep the color as blue. And this time if I'll say style 3 dot style 3 of apply, and I'll just pass 3, comma 0, comma L. Right. As of now, till this point, let us keep it at this point only. And let us try to compile if it compiles successfully or not. So I'll create a terminal. I'll say G++, Flyweight, O, fly. It compiled successfully. Let's try to run and see what's the output. So it first created the Arial with 12 size and black color. After that, it printed twice, which we did for H and E. After that, we again created the same style. So it did not create one. It actually used it again. So it was already there in the map. That's why it used it again. And it directly printed it on the third coordinate, L. After that, we created a new format, and then we used it again to print on 3, 0. So this is the main use of flyweight pattern, where you can actually save some object and you can save the memory by reusing those objects. That is the main concept behind the flyweight pattern. Hope you have understood it. So we'll be coming up with more design patterns over here. And later we will be going through all the design questions, system design questions that are asked in the interview frequently.